there, my name's Andy Hillier, and in this guitar lesson it's going to be a fingerstyle blues guitar lesson on Deaf Don't Have No Mercy by Reverend Gary Davis. It's a cool track. I'm going to teach you how to play it. Just before I do though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press the notifications, leave me some comments in the comments section, and if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want the tabs for this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. Okay, the first line sounds like this. So to play that, starting off with an E minor chord, we've just got A2 and D2, second and third fingers I'm using. So second finger A2, third finger on D2. And you're going to play the E string, and then you're going to play down. You're not going to necessarily play the whole strings, but kind of like the bottom four strings. And I'm just doing that with my fingers just hitting down. So I play the thumb on the E string, and then fingers pushing down on the chord. So it goes, and you do that twice in the first bar, so it goes. We then go to an A minor chord in bar 2. First finger B1, second finger on D2, third finger on G2. Playing from the A string downwards. That's an A minor chord, and we're going to play the A string and then like the bottom 3 or 4 strings. Okay, so it then goes straight to a B7 chord, which is your little finger E2, miss a string and put your third finger on G2, then miss a string and put your second finger on A2, then first finger on D1. From the A string downwards, that's B7. And again, I'm going to play the A string and then hit the bottom 3 or 4 strings. So bars 1 and 2 slowly go. Into bar 3, and we hit the E minor chord once, and then we've got a little blues line that goes. Okay, so that's D2, then G, back to D2, then D, D2, A, then E3, then A, then E3. So slowly it goes. Okay, putting the E minor chord in front of it goes like this. More slowly. Okay, and then the last bar is the same as the first bar of that line. So bar 4 is the same as bar 1, just E minor going. So the whole line slowly will sound like this. And up to speed. On to the next line, and we've got this. So for that, a G chord, third finger E3, second finger E3 nearest to your face, and first finger on A2. And we're going to do the same idea, play the E string, and then the bottom 3 or 4 strings, and you do that twice, so it goes. Into bar 6, and we've got an A7 chord. We just need D2 and B2, playing from the A string downwards. And you play the A string, then hit the bottom 3 or 4 strings. It then goes to a D7. So if you use your second and third fingers for this A7, so second finger D2, third finger on B2, when we go to D7, we do move both of those fingers down 1 string and add our first finger onto B1. So you'll end up with your third finger E2, second finger G2, and first finger on B1. And you're going to play the D string this time, and then the bottom 3 strings. So first 2 bars of that line go. It then goes back to a G chord and plays the E string, and then the bottom 3 strings or 4 strings twice. Then plays which is E3, A, A1. Going straight into the B7 chord where you play the A2, hit the chord, and then take your second finger up and play the E2, and then hit the chord. So bars 7 and 8 slowly go. So whole line slowly, here we go. And up speed. On to the next line, and we've got this. Okay, so E minor, same as what we've done before. E string, hit the chord, E string, hit the chord. Then a little line that goes in bar 10. So D2, then D, D2, E, and then the E minor chord. So the first two bars. Then goes to A minor for the whole bar, playing the A string, hitting the A chord, A string, the A minor chord. And then in bar 12, we're going to a C7, which if you know a C chord, it's a C chord with the little finger on the G3. So first finger B1, second finger D2, third finger A3, and little finger D3. And we hit the chord 3 times going. Then the little line goes E, E3, A, A1. So, okay, so the whole of that line goes like this. And then the last line, we've got this. So E minor, this time you're going to play the A string, so A2, and then you hit the E minor chord, 2 C7 chords, then an E minor, then you play the little line that goes, which is E3, A, A1, then A2, making sure you use your second finger because then we're going to hit the B7 chord. So the first 2 bars slowly go. Then hits an E minor chord in bar 15, then another little blues line that goes, which is G, then D4, D2, A2, then D, D1, D2. So it goes. And then just E minor for the last bar, just playing the E string, hitting the chord, E string, and then the chord. So the whole of that line slowly goes. Okay, so let's put the whole song together nice and slowly. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's play it up to speed. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that just repeats round the whole song. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson and found it useful. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it really does help me out, as does giving me a like on the video. Press that thumbs up button now. That helps hopefully get some more views, as does giving me some comments. So just say hi if you want to say hi. Let me know where in the world you're from. Let me know what you thought of the video, and any ideas for future videos will be amazing as well. And if you want the tabs for this and you want to support me, keep me doing this, then you can support me on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.